Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Redevelopment Agency meeting of May 6, 2009 is called to order. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law, and these proceedings are being presented live on KCLV, Cable Channel 2, and are closed captioned for our hearing-impaired viewers. The Redevelopment Agency meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, can be viewed on the city's website at www.kclv.tv. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2 and the web the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m. and also on Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 1 p.m. As you know, this building is protected by a state-of-the-art detection and suppression sprinkler system, so should alarms activate, please leave through the exits. Our marshals will be outside. They'll be able to tell you when to re-enter. We make this as a cautionary announcement at each session. So with that, we're going to call item number 3, approval of the final minutes by reference of the Special Joint City Council and Redevelopment Agency Budget Workshop meeting of March 30th, 2009, and the regular Redevelopment Agency meetings of March 18th, 2009, and April 1st, 2009. May I have a motion, please?
Yes, Your Honor. No addition or deletions. I make a motion to approve those minutes of those meetings.
Thank you. Please vote. Post. Motion carries. Motion carries. Item number 4 is RA 7, 2009, discussion and possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed with the interlocal agreement by and between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency and City of Las Vegas, a political subdivision of the state of Nevada, for the project concerning the development of the Smith Center for the Performing Arts to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the interlocal agreement by the RDA for the funding of the construction of the Smith Center for Performing Arts located northeast of the intersection of Bonneville Avenue and Grand Central Parkway. This is in Ward 5, and this item is related to Council Item 75, which will be heard later today. Mr. Arndt.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor, members of Council. Bill Arndt, Acting Director, Office of Business Development. As you mentioned, Your Honor, this item is related to the afternoon item, item 75. This agreement sets forth the funding from the Redevelopment Agency to the City of Las Vegas for the Smith Center project. It is funding from a bond sold by the Redevelopment Agency in March. And in addition to that money, there also is money from the fund balance from the Redevelopment Agency. In total, those funds amount to $76,780,000. The item is in order, and I'd like to defer the bulk of the discussion on the project to the afternoon when we call item 54 in the City Council session. Myron Martin, the President of the Smith Center for the Performing Arts, is here for the item as well. Should you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer any questions as well.
All right, thank you. Are there any questions of Mr. Arndt at this time? Any questions of Mr. Martin, who's present? Would you like to be heard, Mr. Martin?
Mayor, this afternoon.
Okay.
Fine. Thank you.
Very good. And this afternoon we'll also read into the record a letter from Don Snyder regarding his pleasure with what is taking place today. Very good. All right. May I have a motion, please?
Councilman Barlow?
Yes.
Oh, did you? Yes, Councilman Barlow.
Yes, Mayor. I would like to move to follow staff's recommendation for approval of this item.
Thank you. Let's vote, please. Post. Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 5 is discussion and possible action regarding retaining the professional services of Michael C. Niarchos to represent the Office of Business Development, Redevelopment Agency, and all other business-related matters. This pertains to all wards. Mr. Arendt.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This item is for retaining the services of Michael C. Nick Niarchos, who has been the outside counsel for the Redevelopment Agency under a letter of engagement for the past few years. He has done excellent work. In order to better utilize his services and realize the cost savings in using his services, staff has worked with Brad Jervik, the city attorney, in negotiating a retainer agreement. This item authorizes the city to execute that retainer agreement It will result in a significant cost savings to the city and the city's redevelopment agency, and the redevelopment agency will be able to continue to use the services of Mr. Niarchos for special assignments, including Union Park. Be glad to answer any questions and also open it up for Mr. Jerbick if he has any comments.
Very good. Mr. Jerbick, would you like to comment?
The only thing I can add, Your Honor, is that I'm very enthusiastic about this retainer agreement. Mr. Niarchos has worked with us for many, many years. We are very familiar with the services. He's just an outstanding attorney and a special counsel to the Redevelopment Agency and to the Office of Business Development. I think we can only look forward to great things to come, and I would enthusiastically recommend approval.
All right, thank you very much. And he'll be acting as an independent contractor, as I understand it, so will not be subject to the benefits that would ordinarily inure to a city employee.
That's correct.
All right, so this will be great savings for the city and being able to have excellent legal representation. For the public who knows Mr. Niarchos, they know who we're talking about when we say Michael Niarchos. We know him as Nick Niarchos, and he was associated with the Hughes Company and that development up in the Summerlin, so he's intimately familiar with much of the work that's taking place in the city, has worked with the city in the past. He's a wonderful addition. May I have a motion, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Move to follow staff's recommendation.
Thank you. Let's vote, please. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Arndt. Item number 6 is citizens' participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the Redevelopment Agency. No subject may be acted upon by the Redevelopment Agency unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please step up to the mic, give us your name, and we'll put the 3-minute timer on. Yes, sir.
Stanley Washington, 4299 Lucas Yarder. I'm sorry for getting here a little late. I see that I knew there was only an item on the agenda, and you guys get right to it. The Smith Performing Arts Center, certainly that's going to be a magnificent project for the city of Las Vegas here. Just a little bit of briefing. I wanted to get here a little bit earlier to give a little bit briefing so the councilman could be a little more brief in terms of where discussions have been at with Whiting Turner relative to this project. In the very beginning, it was back during the time when Whiting Turner was operating under the old ways prior to the new ways that they're operating now. But at this particular point in time, this contract was being put out to bid at that particular time. We're talking about a year ago. So certainly I was there, and our full force of complement of minority contractors were there, and we're ready to go and participate. But them operating under the old ways were totally left out of the process. In the new ways, they've come back and said, okay, we'll tell you what, we have no leg to stand on there. Let's come on back and include you into the process. They have been cooperating. They have basically come to some preliminary agreements in terms of making sure that the Performing Arts Center does have diversity in it, and it's not a building that we would not be proud of in terms of having inclusion in there, which it has the risk of doing. If that's not the case, $450 million, a world-class project, we certainly would be missing an opportunity. So we're trying to go ahead and fix that, but I needed to go ahead and let the councilman know, let this councilman know that that is where we're at, and we're looking for the fix to go ahead and come through. But in the beginning, we certainly didn't have the inclusion there, and we want to make sure that this is a building that everyone can be proud of, Your Honor. So, Councilman, afterwards, I'd like to brief you a little more on it. Thank you.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to be heard at this time? All right, then we'll go on to the next item, item number 7. Would any member of the Redevelopment Agency wish to speak at this time? Are there any other comments? Okay, the Redevelopment Agency is adjourned, and the morning session of the City Council will begin at 9 o'clock sharp this morning. We've got a very busy morning with swearing in of 2 of our council and a judge and 3 judges. So we're going to be moving along, and I would really request that on the ceremonial items that we just remember when President Lincoln made the Gettysburg Address. It lasted 90 seconds. Thank you.